Good morning, Coloritaville. Today is hair day. We're going to color some hair, and I've got Deb Lorenz with me, so she's going to, color along and watch our chat for us.
Hello, everybody.
And of course, I'm going to switch you back to the other camera so that you can actually see what we're doing. Now, we started this picture from Scott Howden last week, doing her skin tones. And I told you all to color the rest of it except for the hair. And that's what I've done. I've colored her in a manner that I felt for what she is the best way to color her. I added some dirt colors, some rock colors, some watercolors. And with the hair, because of the way that I've colored her, I've decided that it would be best to do her hair as the night sky with the sun rising behind this area. So the colors we're going to use today, actually I'm going to grab two other colors just in case we need them, is the red violet, which is number 194, the cadmium yellow, which is 107, Phthalo blue, which is 110, black, which is 199, helio blue reddish, which is 151. Hi, Janice. And middle phthalo blue, which is 152, and light phthalo blue, which is 145. So your phthalo blues are going to get a workout today, just so you know. So those are the colors we're going to use today. What we're going to do is we're going to start, her hair runs right behind these trees, in between the trees and the sun. So I'm going to start down here with the light blues, and then we'll go into the purples and the darker blues and a little bit of yellow for that sunshine shining through. And then we'll go into the blacks, the dark blues and the blacks as we get to the other side of her hair. Does that sound good to everybody? Hi, Tamara.
Hi.
If that doesn't sound good to everybody, then I'm sorry. That's what we're going to do anyway.
I love that. Yes, I do. No, it sounds good.
I also want to apologize. I do have a bit of a sniffle today. The past couple of days, my breathing hasn't been all great with the smoke in the air, but thank you, whoever was thinking and listening to me. We did get a really good heavy rain, and our air quality was at 8 yesterday.
Whoa.
So, yeah, I could actually almost smell the fresh air if it wasn't for the fact that I have the sniffles and I can't breathe through my nose.
No, it's messed you up. Oh.
I would have liked to have smelled the fresh air, but... Alrighty. So we're just going to sit and chat for a little bit and get a few other people in here and ready to go. And if anybody needs to know what those colors are again, I will type them here in the chat. Just the numbers, though, because it'll take me forever to type everything else. So this will just take me a second.
Okay.
So how is everybody today? Deb, how's your day going?
My day is going pretty well.
Did you remove the chatty bird?
I did. No more comments from the bird section.
Great. And we have Donna waiting in the green room, so I'll pop her in. And I'll move everybody around. Hey, Donna.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you today?
I'm recovering.
Had a good birthday, did we?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I've typed all of those numbers that we're going to be using today into the chat. So if everybody wants to get all their colors together and follow along, that's great. If not, oh well. Oh, sorry, Janice. I wish your hands would heal too. Oh, what book is that? The Botanicum. Is like who's the artist in it? Tamara?
Michael's lowest price.
Sorry guys, trying to get my chat popped out.
It popped, all right.
Yep.
Well, I tried to silence it, but it started the ad. Apparently, you've already got this thing monetized.
Yeah, I get all of it up and running a week beforehand if I can, but with the way the weather has been going and whatnot, I didn't want to, set it up a week beforehand and then have to cancel it.
I understand.
A neon coloring book. That sounds cool. Do you color it all in just neon colors, or Deborah?
Oh,
I think it might be one of the books where the lines and everything in it's neon, maybe.
Oh, well, that'd be cool.
I have seen those before.
That'd be cool. Hey,
cool.
Darcy.
Hi, Darcy. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Janice.
So I'm just going to paste the colors in one more time before we get started here so that everybody else can see them. Actually, what I should do is I should do this. Hold on one sec. This one. I'm just going to put them on this ticker. And it'll be going across the bottom of the page there.
That's cool.
Oh, we have a ticker.
It's a lottery number.
Yes. So the ticker that's going across the bottom of the page there with all the numbers are the numbers of the colors that we're going to use today. And we're going to actually start with number 145. And of course, my dog is going to start barking at this point in time.
Of course.
Actually, she went outside to do it, which is cool. She says, no, Mama's doing stuff. I can't do that. I'm going to switch you over to this other camera so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to bring you a touch closer. There you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start down here with just the lightest blue that we have, which is number 145. And I'm just going to do the very tips of her hair. So it looks like the sky when the sun's just coming up. See, she went outside to do it at least. She's loud when she barks.
I bet she is.
She's a big girl and she definitely has a voice and lets everyone know it. Don't you bark in here. Okay, so we're just a little tiny bit of the light blue there. And then we're going to grab the next blue, which is the 152. And we're just going to add a little bit of color. Stay away from these lines here. And just blend that little bit darker blue into that light blue. So you only have just a little bit at the bottom. What we're going to do with these lines is we're going to add a little bit of the sun color to them. So it looks like the sun is shining through her hair. So now we're just going to take the number 194 and we're just going to give those lines just a hint of it. Don't be really heavy-handed with it because we will be going over it with a yellow. And it's just to give it that look of the sun coming through her hair. You know, just like a sunset kind or a sunrise kind of effect on that side of her hair. Okay, and then we're going to take the yellow. Now we're not going to put the yellow back here because this is a dark area because it's shadowed by her neck and her collar. So we're going to actually not put yellow there, but we are going to put yellow in these areas where the sun is shining through.
Hello, horsewoman.
Hi, horsewoman.
Hi, sweetie.
Horsewoman, the colors that we're using today are on the ticker down below on the video. So if you want to join in, those are the colors that we're using. And we just got started, so. Okay, so I've just added a little bit of yellow to those areas just to give it a look of, and my camera is out of focus and nobody told me. Just to give those areas a look of the sun shining through. I'm just going to fix the camera here. I do apologize. Just take a second.
I thought it was just my eyes.
Nope, it's definitely the focus is off. Okay, is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
It's quite a bit better. Okay. So just giving this area enough of a look that the sun is coming through, but it's not all the way through because her hair is in the way, obviously, right? So then we're just going to take the number 152, I think it is. Yeah, the one that we just used. And we're just going to go in to those sunshine areas a little bit, especially where the trees are, to make those a little bit darker. And to bring that up into that purple area, the magenta type area, just to combine those colors together so they don't look like choppy. Same with down around her neck, bringing that blue into that magenta area. Well, I guess it's not really magenta, is it? What color is that? Red violet. And I'm just going to put a little bit more light blue down here because I noticed that I've got some white spots. So I'm just bringing those colors all together with the lightest color I have and covering up any white spot that I already had. All right, so now the next color we're going to use is the Helio Blue Reddish, which is 151. And I'm going to sharpen this because it's not sharpened. And I thought I had sharpened it beforehand, but I must have used it for something. All right. That's better. And okay. All right, so just going to come into these dark areas that are in the shadow area of her neck with this dark blue. And I'm going over everything right into the lighter blue area. And then at the very, very nape of her neck here, where the collar of her shirt is, I'm just going to add a bit of black over top of that dark blue. And then I'm going to take that dark blue again and blend it into that black. Same with up here where her collar comes up. I'm going to add that dark blue. And add the black just at the collar. It doesn't have to be heavy in that area. Down here it's a little heavier because you've got more than just the collar. You've also got her face that's causing the shadow. And up there, it does not really matter too much because we're going to be doing something up there too. So the next one that we're going to use, and we're going to finish off this area here where the sun is coming up, with number 110, which is just straight phthalo blue. And we're going to start up here in that area that we did dark, and we're just going to bring it down into that yellow a bit and blend those colors all together. And then we're going to take that in between the trees and then up into these areas here where her hair comes down. Now where her hair comes down there, we're actually going to follow that hairline. So it's this hairline right here. And we're going to follow that down. I'm going to make myself big so that let's see, why is that not working? Make me big. There we go. I'm going to make myself big so it's easier to see.
Yeah, Renee, if you want to take us like out, that's, yeah, there you go. You did. Good. Do that.
So I'm just going to take that red, red violet, that's what it is. And I'm just going to give that area a little bit of that red so that it's picking up that sun, because I'm going to bring that aura of the sun out here further with my background. So I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow and a little bit of red to join that together with that aura that's going to be there. Now I'm just going to put this color underneath. We're going to bring that light, that medium blue, all the way up to where her hair starts to change direction, basically. And once we've got it up to this point, we're going to take that dark blue again, which is the helio blue, and we're going to go into where there's going to be shadows in her hair and just follow the shadow out. Try to go in the direction of the hair with your strokes. With the underlay, you don't have to worry too much about strokes but when you're doing the overlay, sometimes it looks a lot better if you just go straight with your strokes, like in the direction that the hair is going. Like down here, it's going straight down, so my strokes are going straight down. Here it's going up, so my strokes are going up. And of course, put the shadows in behind the tree. Oh, I missed a spot. Okay. Now you can either do this with your dark blue like I have, or you can actually even add to it and add a little bit of depth to it just by putting in a couple of black strokes. And following the hairline there with the black and just giving it a little bit of a darkness there. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to start going into the darker blues and into the blacks. So
Renee Horsewoman is asking what paper you suggest for this.
I personally am using a 67-pound cardstock for my printable images. One of the reasons for that is A, colored pencil works really good on it, and B, my printer hates me and won't print anything higher than that. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm just going over little areas where I know there's going to be a deeper shadow with the black and giving the hair a little bit of texture. Just with some straight lines in the background. So now that we've put those straight lines in there, we're just going to go over it. Just to darken it up a bit with the same color we just used for the underlay. Yeah, I don't live anywhere near a UPS store. The closest one to me is in Salem, and I only get to Salem maybe once a month. I could send them to work with Bob, and he could print them at work, but I never think of it. And usually when I print something, it's because I want to color it, and I want to color it right now. So, and I like this 67-pound cardstock. So. Okay, so now we've gone from our light into a darker area. And now we're going to start getting a lot darker. So from here to here, in this area here up to almost her ear, as we're starting to flow down, is going to be a really dark blue, which is the helio blue. And of course, I'm going to go through and I'm going to take the black and I'm going to go over all of the lines and all of the shadow areas. Like, for example, here you can see that her hair overlays. So we're going to color those in the dark black. Anywhere that her hair overlays and there's going to be a shadow, we're going to go over it with black and then go over it again with the dark blue, the same with that we did here with the lighter blue. Now, the bottom layer doesn't have to be directional or anything like that. It just has to be there, because we will be going over it and we will be going directional with our shadow colors. So And this part takes a little while. Somebody getting in their car and leaving me? What?
I think that might have been my phone.
Not me. My mic's muted.
Okay.
I think it was Deb.
Yeah, it was me.
Getting in your car and leaving me, Deb?
No.
It's hard to color in your car.
I know, right?
I'm actually editing my video of that flip through, listening to you guys and watching the chat. So yeah, I've just got my mic muted.
Multitasking or what?
Yeah.
I can't do that. I get focused and then I lose track of the other thing I was trying to do.
Yeah. So do I.
Yeah, I like that blue hair too, Horsewoman. I think it's going to be very pretty. I'm not even trying to color along. I'll do this later. I don't think my brain has gotten the message. It's time to be up and at 'em.
But what I wanted to do, the reason why I chose this look, I was going to go with two different choices. One is a sunrise look and one is a sunset look. And the sunset look is going to add the pinks and the reds and whatnot, but I wanted to add stars. I wanted one side to look like it was still dark, and that, you know, basically to give the difference between night and day on Mother Earth's hair, right? And I know this is really rough and not the best coloring job, but like I said, this part doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be going over it. And just have to get that base color down. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't have any sleep last night.
Oh, that's a bummer, really.
Well, they do say that my voice is so soothing and calming, it makes people fall asleep. And actually, I witnessed it last night talking to a friend of mine as she fell asleep.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was on video chat with Devin, and she was laying down talking to me, and she started to fall asleep. And it's like, Devin, go to bed. She says, I told you, it's your voice. Actually, what she said was,
Oh.
It was so cute, though.
I told you look like a Smurf. Oh, that's funny.
What?
Oh, Pam, she had peel hair, and her husband told her she looked like a Smurf.
Oh.
I know, right?
Smurfs don't have blue hair. They have blue bodies.
Right. Smurfs are good.
I like Smurfs. Should have said, no, not a Smurf.
That's right. Smurfette had blonde hair. You're right.
That's right. That's what I'm saying here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to come in and we're going to darken up those areas that we know are shadow areas. Like this area here, we know this hair is overlaying. we're just going to darken those up. And I'm sorry I keep on turning the page. It is a habit to get it closer to me so I can see what I'm doing.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know it's just not very good for when people are trying to watch you. Suddenly everything's upside down.
Actually, you're off camera.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay, let's fix that. Make sure that it doesn't happen again. There we go. Just like back here, you know, this area here is shadowed. And of course, our tips are going to start getting darker as we go into the black here in a minute. So, and I know you're probably saying, but what about back here? Because it's going to be black. This part of the hair is all going to be black, so you're going to lose all that definition. So what we're actually going to do in order to maintain that definition is we're going to actually color these areas in the dark blue, and then we're going to go over it with the black. So it actually changes the color enough to give the definition that we need in those areas. And we could do that with gray as well, or yellow, depending upon what you want those areas to look like.
Oh, first one, what time is dinner at your house? That sounds really good.
What is she making for dinner?
Grilled chicken with fettuccine alfredo and roasted veg. Sounds good.
It does sound good.
And
I can't eat it.
Sam's making grilled chili dogs. That'll be good too.
I'm not making anything yet. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning here. I haven't even made lunch yet. We're having leftover pizza for lunch.
Chicken and rice. That sounds good too. Everything sounds good to me because I don't like to cook.
Everything sounds fantastic as long as somebody else is cooking it.
Exactly. Right? Pretty much.
So why don't you like to cook?
I don't know. I've never liked it. Ooh, Donna sounds good too. She's doing her leftover party food.
That sounds good too. No, I had, there's only one pizza place in town that I can actually eat the pizza, which is Papa Murphy's. And they make it with a...
yeah, theirs is good.
Well, they make it with a dough that I can eat because it's gluten-free, but it's also sugar-free. And they have a white garlic sauce that is not cream-based, but it's a white sauce. So I can eat that as well. So it was...
Do you have to request that crust? Or is that their normal crust?
Yes, you have to request it.
Oh,
it's a gluten-free crust. It's their normal gluten-free crust, but I researched it and I asked them because that's where we buy pizza for the kids and for Bob all the time. So I asked them, what is in your gluten-free crust? And they said, well, we make our own. But we make it ahead of time and freeze it. And I said, well, that's not the problem. I want to know what's in it.
Right, yeah.
So she went and grabbed the container that it all comes in, because the head corporation makes it, so it gets shipped to them and they just roll it out. And I said, does it have sugar, wheat flour, or anything like that in it? And she said, no, it's rice flour and brown rice flour and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And it's like, okay, well, as long as it doesn't, and it doesn't have xanthan gum in it either, which is amazing to me because everything has xanthan gum in it.
Oh, what is that?
It's a thickener. It's
Oh,
a base thickener that isn't glutinous. So, but it breaks down when it's heated. So, like for example, in a sauce, if they put xanthan gum in it, it stays thick when it's cold, as well as a little bit thinner when it's warm. So, like for example, marinara, not a marinara, cream sauce. When you look at it in the jar, it's like thick, almost goopy. That's the xanthan gum in it. And then when you heat it up, it isn't so goopy.
That must be a plant of some kind, huh?
It is. It's a plant base. But when I first got sick, that was my biggest pet peeve, is that I couldn't eat anything with xanthan gum in it.
Wow, that's hard.
And I said to my doctor, what is xanthan gum anyway? Like, why can't I eat this stuff? What is it? I have never found anything called xanthan except for this gum. He said it's just a thickener, fibrous thickener, which is why I can't eat it, because it's made out of fibers.
Yeah. Boy, that must really restrict what you can eat.
Oh, it does. Absolutely. And that's another thing that I can't eat is soy. And it is literally in everything. What is what? Xanthan gum? It's just a fiber-based thickener that company, it's put in everything to thicken their sauces and thicken their products. And because it's a fiber-based product and a plant-based product, it's cheaper and gives them the ability to say that they are gluten-free, or they are plant-based, and that they're not using cornstarch or that sort of thing for their thickeners. But in actuality, it'd be better if they did use cornstarch. Because the xanthan gum sticks in your gut. Not in your stomach itself, but in your gut system. The little fibers hook into your gut system.
Ew. Not a good thought.
No, and it can cause severe damage. Like you can end up with IBSD, which is caused by not being able to go, believe it or not. It's actually, the diarrhea is caused by the constipation, which is weird.
Yeah, weird.
As you can see, I've got the hair darker here now. And we will probably go over that a little bit more with some more of the black, just to bring that darkness up a little bit. and with a bit of, I think a bit of the red violet in these areas here that might be catching a bit of that sun still.
Oh, wow. Look at what Donna just found.
Yeah, I know. Those are fantastic, fantastic pencils. I was going to post that, but it wasn't up yet. But $16.99, ooh, that is really good price. The South Sun are actually brute funers, which are a beautiful pencil. And if you actually look at brute funer themselves, they're selling for like 80, 90 bucks a pack.
Yeah.
But if you look at them for South Sun or Wan Shai, which is also coming up soon on our deal of the day, they are way cheaper, but they're the same pencils, exact same pencils. So am I the only one coloring this picture? Or?
I'm going to catch up with you later, but I'm not doing it right now. I will finish it. I want to finish it.
So next week, if you guys watched my videos, I did a bunch of videos on a couple of books that have just come out on PDF, and I asked which pictures you guys wanted to color out of that. Has anybody got any pictures that they want to color? Like for example, the cover picture there, I do believe is a free picture on her site.
I don't think I've seen it yet. I don't think I looked. I'm behind the times here.
I think you've watched the video.
I probably have. Listen, I'm not home today. Don't worry about me.
Okay. So
The lights are on, but no one's home.
Yeah, Deb has left the building, but she left all the appliances running. So, you know.
My pod shelf is here. My actual shelf is gone.
Renee Tamara wanted to know what book you were just talking about coloring in.
Okay, so those are the Fabrica fantasy books. There's two of them that I did reviews for recently. There's the cards. Let me grab it. Just 1 second here. And one is, oh my God, I can't remember the names of them. And of course, you know.
I got it. Give me a second. It's Fabrica Fantasy, and the books are Ancient Sagas and Four Magics.
Thank you very much. That is definitely helpful because I couldn't grab them. Yeah, I did do a review on them, and I did list the links in the review to go take a look at them. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love her images. So, and I did have a couple of suggestions of, you know, the girl with the fox on the front page, but we'll be doing something in one of those books next Saturday. So if you guys want to take a look and give me any suggestions out of those, I would be happy to take those into consideration. So what I'm doing is I'm just darkening those shadow areas with this red violet color. Just adding a little bit to that black. where it's going to come into the blue, make it into a bit of a purple, dark purple. So that we can make this transition into the black, not a stark, hard transition, because we want it to be a gradual transition. And I have a tendency to end up with stark, hard transitions, so I'm trying to do it smart this time, honest. It's like, okay, I want this side blue and I want this side black. Oh no, now there's this horrible line down the middle.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I have no idea what my husband is sending me, but he will have to wait. Sending me things on Skype.
Oh.
He will have to wait. He's at least sending them on Skype so that, he's not interrupting me while I'm doing this, but he's probably in chat too, so. All right, so I'm just darkening up those areas with this, but not taking away from the blue. I'm adding to the black, but not taking away from the blue, if that makes sense. And down here where it's going to start transitioning into the black, I'm taking that red violet down into that color, into that hair color, because we're going to be transitioning this area here into that black nighttime sky. So I'm going to use this red violet as the transition color to transition those two colors together. Hopefully that made sense to everybody.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Okay, so now we're going to actually go through. Now I told you that this area here, we're not going to lose those hairlines because we're going to do those in dark blue. So we're going to take the helio blue, and I'm going to sharpen it because I've dulled it down. Have you tried using the pan pastels? And just using, say, a brush or a eyeshadow? Applicator, that's the word I'm looking for.
I love the pan pastels.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just going over these darker hairlines where they're going to end up being shadowed, and bringing this blue all the way down the hairline. Which we will transition into the black. We'll be going over it with the black, which will give that area a little bit of a darker look than the rest of the areas. And I'm not being extremely tidy with this process. As you can probably see, it looks kind of messy. And that's just because I'm going to be going over them again after I go over them with the black, just to darken them up a little bit, but give them a different kind of darkness.
I wonder what kind of pastels those are in the tear-shaped container.
I don't know. I've never seen them.
Oh, I don't know.
I will have to look them up. Okay, so I've done all of the areas that we're going to end up with shadow. Thank you. We will have to take a look at those and look them up. Now I'm just going to go over it with the black. And I'm going right over top of that red violet with the black and into a little bit of this blue.
Interesting how you can see just a little bit of it behind there.
Yeah.
It's really neat.
And it gives you that transition so it's not a harsh line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Tam's looking it up for you.
Oh, thank you. So as you can see, even after I put the black down, because I've put the blue down on the lines, those lines end up being darker than the black that I'm putting down.
That's so cool.
So you can still see the hairlines through the black because we've changed the color of them. Now, if you were doing this with a marker, I think it would work the same way, wouldn't it, Donna?
Run that by me one more time. I was trying to look for those pastels.
So if we were to do this sort of thing with a black marker, would it work the same way with the blue over top of the black or the black over top of the blue?
No, if you put black marker on anything, it's turning black.
Yeah.
What about if you did the blue over top of it with a lighter?
Over black,
Yeah.
it's going to stay black.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I ask you.
Yeah. You could probably go in with some grays and do something similar to that. But if you use black, it's staying black.
Okay. Well, one more reason why I like pencil crowns.
Oh, I just knew that was coming.
I was thinking that maybe, with it being a lighter color that it would push it away a little bit, but I guess not.
Black marker is black, black, black.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the only way you're going to get black, black, black with a pencil is having a really heavy hand, which I can do, but
Was that the 168 markers, First Woman?
Yeah, I swatched those and I didn't see too many that looked the same, but
They sure were a mess, though, the way they had them in there. There was
oh
no,
yeah.
like, what the heck?
There's no rhyme or reason to that.
I was going to swatch them last night, and I went, no, I'm too tired to deal with this. I can't. I have to wait.
Yeah, no, my OCD kicked in as soon as I opened them, and I
Oh,
immediately
yeah. I was like,
I
ah!
immediately set them all up properly.
It was completely random. There was no rhyme or reason.
The link I just put in the chat is what she's talking about. They're the Tuskinkyo or something like that. 12-piece
Oh.
assortment, dewdrops, fade-resistant gumdrops.
Okay.
I'm reading, guys.
You're reading.
Oh, they're cool looking.
Fast drying. It says inks are also compatible with Copic markers.
So are they wet?
I don't know yet. I'm reading. It says that they are available in full-size ink pads.
Okay.
Dewdrop ink pads, markers, and inkers, all in the same 24 contemporary colors. It looks like it's something like you would use in stamping, maybe.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Because it says it cleans up easily with Stays-On all-purpose stamp cleaner.
Yeah. It definitely sounds like stamp ink, not pastels. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I don't know how that would work on backgrounds because, you know, it being the ink, and I can't, excuse me, I can't tell if, I mean, I'm trying, but it's just not giving me much information here. I'm trying to tell if it's, because it's saying that it works well with Copic. Makes me think that's alcohol because, you know, alcohol ink pad, because water ink, I mean, water doesn't play with alcohol.
No.
Oh, that's sweet. She thought of me when she saw the blues. But yeah, those aren't powders. Those are going to be like ink pads, Tamara.
Okay, so we've got that pretty much covered there. Now I'm going to go over this and blend that in a bit just to get rid of some of that white spot. And trying not to kill.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, thanks for that like button.
Yes, yes, definitely hit the like. And hey, Dan.
You're amazing, Dan. Thank you.
Yep. Has the bot been running? Because I have it up. I don't know why it's not.
It has been running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just thought maybe I'd forgotten it again.
No. Should I type something in and see if it blocks me?
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
And of course, you know what the bot is telling you if you do see it come up is, you know, if you want to assist the channel with any of our giveaways, any of our content, things like that, you can of course make a quick donation to our PayPal account there, and those funds will go towards new content as well as any new contests and things like that we are going to run.
Yeah, we're really trying to plan something special for December, but that's going to kind of depend on our fundraising efforts in the next month.
Yeah.
But we have had 4 donors, and we appreciate it so much. And Dan did like a super chat or a highlight chat. We appreciate that the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can do that too. You can send super chat, stickers, highlighted messages, and that's just a little quick way to donate also when we're in our live streams.
Yeah. I don't know much about those, so I will let Donna explain those because I don't know.
Beside where you comment in the chat, there is a little money sign. If you click on that, it comes up. You can choose if you want to do a cheaper chat, cheaper sticker, or a highlighted, and you just kind of follow the instructions.
Cool. And there is another way that you can help support us and support the content of our channel if you're enjoying what we're doing. If not,
Do it anyway. Just
yeah,
kidding.
exactly. If you don't like us, then leave. No.
No, 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 no. If you don't like us, hang around. We do grow on you, I promise.
Kind of like a fungus.
Sort of, yeah, kind of like a fungus.
Oh, Dan, thanks. He tweeted us too.
Are you
Tweeted us.
tweeting us out again? You're almost as bad as a pimp.
Oh.
Except he doesn't take a cut.
Exactly. That's why I said almost as bad. Are the girls watching, Dan? I don't know if the girls are home this weekend or not. So. They're his stepdaughters, so. Hi, Jaden. Jaden watches on her phone, I think. Is that right, Dan? So she doesn't say a whole lot. All right, so we've got the hair all done here. And I'm just going to blend it in. And then I'm going to...
Thank you, Bob. See, there you guys can see how those stickers work.
Oh, that's cool.
He did a unicorn sticker. My husband knows me so well. Well, could she come over here and do my dishes too? She'd probably be better at them than the boys. They would probably get done more than once a month. Well, I do them, but when you ask the boys to do anything, it's like, I'll get to it a month later. What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing the dishes you asked me to do last month.
She said, sure, get her a plane ticket.
Okay. We'll take Jaden and Sam, but you can keep the rest. Sam's probably objecting to that. That's his wife. Yeah, you can have my two boys and we'll take Jaden. Nobody wants my kids. So one of the reasons why I always keep this handy is because I just went over this with my blender and then touched it with my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see where the black drug off of where I was blending it onto the white. And Jaden, that is why use your brush.
Mm-hmm.
She was asking me, what is the brush for? That is what the brush is for. because when you're doing dark colors like this and you drag your hand across it, those dark colors are going to come with it. Actually, any color. It really sucks when you drag yellow across pink too, so it's just easier to fix. Now what I will do here, because I have drug that across and into the area that will be the background, is that before I do the background, I will take an eraser and I will dutifully rub an eraser across it until it goes away. However, if you just brush your picture before you drag your hand across it, especially when you're doing large areas, I know it's really difficult to do or to remember, because you're concentrating on what you're doing and it's a large area and you don't want to stop halfway through an area just to brush off the paper. I do it all the time, so it's not an abnormal thing. The only thing you do have to remember is to have your eraser handy, and all will be good. So when we get to these areas down here where we've put the sun behind her hair, make sure that your blender does not have little spots on it like that little spot there, because those little spots will transfer. And I just broke my blender pencil rubbing that off. But I gotta sharpen it. Hold on.
Bob, that's her pencil numbers that she's using.
That's our lottery numbers. Those are the numbers of the Faber-Castell polychromos that we are using on this page. And of course, when you're blending, start at your light, go into your dark. Otherwise, you're going to end up with really dark lights. Which, you know, is fine if that's the look you want. All right. So we have the hair done. I'm going to zoom you out here a bit. Fit you to the other camera. So do you see what I mean with the hair? How I wanted it to transition from light to medium to dark?
Right.
Now what we're going to do, if I can find them, because I rearranged my deck.
Renee, Sam's
Yeah.
Sam's talking to you. It's with Dan, but it's Sam.
Well, no. We can't get rid of Bob, too. He's the one that pays all the bills.
He can come visit me and spoil me for a while.
I don't know how your husband would feel about that. There is a price for the spoilage.
Oh yeah, never mind. I don't want to pay that price. I rarely pay that price here.
So what I'm going to do now, other than embarrass my husband,
Get it together, Renee.
is I'm going to take this white pen and I'm just going to put stars in her hair. And as we get further into the blue, the lighter they're going to get. there and there. So one side of her hair looks like the night sky going into the day sky. Hopefully that made sense for everybody, and it looks all right for everybody. What I will finish up with today is the edging on her jacket, her bustier, and on the bows. Then I have to figure out what color to do her fingernails. So those areas, because of the colors that I've chosen for the jacket and the bustier, I was thinking of doing those areas in floral colors. So I'm going to do the bow and the area here. It looks like a little lace area in purples. Now I'm just going over the bow in areas that I know are going to be shadowed with the dark color. Now this one is violet, number 158 or 138, sorry. I wasn't going to do this today, but I figured might as well get it done. Although it has already been an hour and 11 minutes. So. And then I'm just going to go over it with the purple violet. And just very lightly. You don't have to have any heavy-handedness on this area. Unless you have a scratch in the paper, and you have to work it a little bit more.
Yep.
So I'm going to do this bow as well.
We received a $5 donation from Trudy. Who's Trudy?
Oh, nice.
Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Is that you, horsewoman?
That is so nice. Thank you.
Yes.
Like Donna said, we've got some plans in the making, and we're going to have a wonderful time with that. Okay. So I'm just going to go over this a little bit more. Make sure there's no white spot. Then I'm going to take this darker color and I'm just going to go up the edge here. That was a weird noise, dog. It sounded like she, like a baby stretching, that noise they make. That yeah sound. Like they're stretching, but they don't want to get up. That sound. The sound we make every morning. All right, so I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. Make sure that all that white spot is covered. I don't want to add any extra color to that. So it's easier to use the blending pencil because I don't want to add any extra color. Now, of course, you could blend that with the pencil, the lighter pencil, just by adding more color to fill in that white spot. But I didn't want to add any darker color to that. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my pencil sharpener and throw it across the room. No, going to take the gold and the silver, Now, the gold in this set is very bronzy. It's very brown. So it's not going to be as yellow as you would expect gold to be. So it will make a nice contrast, but it won't be bright yellow, which is good for a brown outfit. So I'm just going to take the gold and I'm going to go around the jacket, and I'm going to take the silver and I'm going to finish off the bustier and the necklace with it, or the chain holding the jacket together. Now, one thing that I don't particularly like about the metallics in this set are you have to press quite hard on them, especially the gold, to get any kind of color out of it, which is odd because these are usually a very soft pencil. But the metallics in this set are not as brightly pigmented as the rest of the pencils, I think. That's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual for them too, because that's
Yeah, for the Faber-Castell colors to be having it necessary to put a lot of force down to get the color is very, very odd, because that's just not the way the rest of the pencils are. One of my favorite for metallics is the Filas. Filas are really nice, and so are the Brunzils, or not Brunzils, Brute Funers. Brute Funers have a really good set of metallics in them. And those are the ones that are on sale right now, under the name of South Sun. Just in case if anybody was interested. And of course, because I've mentioned all these things, now I have to add them. Now I have to add them to my links. Teach me. Okay. All right. I'm just going to do the edge of the sleeve here. All right. And then I'm just going to do the silver here.
Hi, Jeanne. Welcome to the channel. We hope you enjoy your time here.
Thank you. I'm so glad. And I am so glad that you've joined us. Okay. And of course, the silver is really soft. So I've gone from the hard gold to the silver, and I'm pressing way too hard. I almost mashed my silver down here. Okay, so now all we've got left on her is her fingernail polish. What color should we do that? Yes, those are a fantastic skin tone. They're called Asian. It's spelled A-S-I-A-N, I do believe.
I think you can either go try to match the lip color a little bit, maybe a little darker than the lip color might be good, because that's the only color that I see that's kind of missing. But that's just me liking to include,
That's what I was thinking too, is that there's just not enough pink in it. So what I will use, let's see, as I sharpen it, I will use light magenta. And I have colored the tips of her nails with the sunset color because it is being hit by that sun coming through. Okay. Okay.
Oh, she's pretty. She's really pretty.
I'm gonna do this. Let's see if I can get this other camera to show you better. There we go. And I will be doing a background in the pan pastels, bringing those sun colors out and then bringing the night colors down. But I'm not going to do that today because I have to prepare for that. And what I'm doing here is I'm just erasing that area that I rubbed my pencil color onto my page because I made a mess. And that's what this is for also, to get rid of that. Because if you take your hand and you go to wipe all that off, guess what you're going to wipe off? The color of the pencil. Okay, well, that's good to know, Horsewoman. I didn't, that's the only one in the entire set that is difficult to use, and that is the gold. Even the bronze one that comes in it isn't as hard to get the color out of as the gold. I don't know why. I love all of Scott Howden's art. It's so pretty. Okay, so does anybody have any questions or anything that I can answer while we're still here on how to do anything that I've showed you how to do today or last week or the week before with the grayscale skin tones, anything like that? Nobody? Anybody? Oh, I am a good teacher. Nobody has any questions. I must be a good teacher. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. Just have to touch your skin. What does that mean, Tamara?
Janice needs to know if you got her link.
I have not. I don't know where you sent that to, so I tried to look that link up on the page that I asked for it on, and I couldn't find it. Thank you so much for joining us, Jeanne. I hope I'm saying that wrong. Right? Wrong?
Wrong.
God, I'd like my tongue to stop now. Well, and that's one of the reasons why I do the color along on Saturday, is because so many people have asked me how I do something, and I don't mind showing people how I do something. However, sometimes converting all of this information into text is very difficult, and it gets taken the wrong way. Okay, I'll take a look again, Janice. Thank you.
And Renee, if you're getting ready to close up, I'll go ahead and let everybody know that later this evening, I'm going to try to have a color sip and chat if anybody wants to join us. I see that Jan is new. So what we do in those, sweetie, is anybody can come into the streams with us so we can all talk together and things like that. So keep an eye out as the evening progresses for that link. That's going to be barring, my throat is actually starting to get sore. I keep coughing over here. Thank goodness I've had my mic muted.
Oh,
So hopefully we'll be able to do that for sure later on this evening. And I'll try to get, like maybe a 30-minute warning up for everybody to know that we'll be streaming.
Cool.
thank you very much, Tamara. It makes me happy to know that my coloring is enjoyed by more than just me.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to all of you who have joined me today and stuck with me through this whole coloring hour and a half. If you are not a member of our Facebook group, that is the Cozy Coloring Corner at Coloritaville. If you want to join us there, by all means, we will be happy to have you there. We just ask that you fill out the application in full, and one of our administration will be happy to get you in there as quickly as possible. With that, I say thank you so much. Keep coloring, enjoy yourself, and always stay safe. I'm going to hand it over to Deb so she can say goodbye, and then to Donna. Bye-bye from Renee.
Bye, everybody. Hope to see you tonight.
Thanks so much, everybody, for being here with us today. And like Renee said, join us over on the Facebook group. There is links in the description, which will lead you straight to the Facebook group, as well as everything Coloritaville. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you guys tonight.
All right. Bye-bye for now, guys.